Sherman, you put those headphones on.
I'm doing good, Vernon. You holding down Augusta? Good morning, Sarah Lisa.
Okay, what's Tasha? Check. Tasha, Melissa said, wake them up. All right, let's go.
Hey, Winifred.
Mornings with Michael and Friends on Power 108.9. Got an awesome show for you today. Got some cool people hanging out with us today. As a matter of fact, today is the 28th of March, 2018. No, 2019.
Yeah, it was January 2 days ago.
It really was. Damn, I'm a little behind there. Y'all know what I mean? Hey, today's show is being brought to you by Valerie Randolph, though, and the Randolph Agency. Y'all can check her out. She's at 1995 Windy Hill Road, right here in Smyrna, Georgia. 770-435-7667 is the number. You can also check out our website, therandolphagency.com. Hey, we got some cool people coming to hang out with us today. I'll tell y'all about that in a little bit. But we're talking about some people today. Chris Evans, one of the Marvel characters. He's got something to say about Tom Brady. Also, Dee Barnes. Remember, she got in that little situation with Dr. Dre back in the day. I guess time for her to speak out now. What, about 30 years later? Oh, come on, Dee. Also, Kamala Harris is in the news. Peele, the kid, the movie director dude. You know what I'm talking about? No, you don't. I can tell by the way. Let me just talk to y'all.
You can enlighten me, Mike.
Okay.
So
Also, the cruise ship. During the cruise ship that they had to get all the people off of, I'm gonna tell you why that thing happened the way it did. He forgot to do something like we all. They forgot to do something like we all do sometimes. Some little problems turn into big problems.
Yeah.
Also, who else we talking about today? Angelina Jolie is in the news. And if you don't live in Wisconsin, go to work today, because chances are you didn't hit that big Powerball last night. You don't live in Wisconsin. So all y'all folks out there that thought y'all was about to be, half a billion millionaires, it's not gonna happen. Not today.
Oh Lord, you didn't fly to Wisconsin.
Shh. I'm trying to stay on the low. Hey, did I mention that today's show is being brought to you by Valerie Randolph and the Randolph Agency? You can check her out, therandolphagency.com. Got your birthdays and shout outs, your national days, your on this days, all that good stuff. So don't go nowhere. It's Mornings with Michael and Friends. Right here, where, Miss Randolph?
Power 108.9.
There you go. Good job. Hey, we'll see y'all in a minute. Let's go. Wake up. Shout it.
Turn on Charmaine's headset.
I just heard you.
You
now.
just heard? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Power
You
on
can't hear the background music or anything?
I can.
Okay.
I can. I just wasn't hearing you for some reason until now.
Okay.
Say again.
Hey, Jesse. How you doing this morning?
Oh, on Facebook.
It's on quiet mode, sorry, Lisa. Oh, you can't hear me?
Just go to my page, Michael A. McFadden. You should be able to see it for me. Yep, just look for that and you'll be able to see the video.
Cute. These are my girls. The 100 is in the house. Yeah. You're not living in Arkansas, Bernie? You living in Arkansas. Ooh. Okay. So, home of Walmart. Okay. Are you working at Walmart, Vernon?
Mornings with Michael and Friends, Power 108.9. Hey, today is March. I got that part right. 28th. I got that part right.
What's the year?
2019.
Right.
I got that part right. Hey, today is National Weed Day.
Oh.
Weed Appreciation Day.
Oh.
Now, the weed you pull up out of your grass?
Yes, the weed you pull up out your grass.
Okay.
Not,
Oh.
not that right there.
Oh,
Yeah, not that one.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure.
You remember being a small child and having fun with dandelions? Remember you said, blowing up
Yes, I
dandelions?
do.
Well, the bright yellow flowers actually serve a purpose.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they really do. Dandelions are a food source for insects and birds. Humans eat young dandelion leaves and enjoy tea and wine made from the leaves and flower. Did not know that. Native Americans use dandelions to treat certain ailments. Nutritionally, dandelions contain a certain source of vitamin A and vitamin C for calcium, iron, and fiber. So, if you did not listen to Mornings with Michael and Friends, you would not have known that. Now you know. So, once again, if you ever go on Jeopardy and they ask you what's a good weed to eat, don't say weed.
Not up.
Say dandelion. You can go with dandelion.
Okay.
Valerie Randolph is in the building. What's up, Miss Randolph?
Hey.
Welcome back. It's Thursday.
Yes.
Damn, it's all
Every
thrown off.
Thursday is just a wonderful day.
How's your week been?
Oh, it's been absolutely wonderful. You know,
I wanna wait
we
for
got so much going on. I tell you, every week we've
When the
got
space
a
is built.
Divine Nine
Just stay
collaboration
by the
going on
lobby.
this
Stay in
weekend
the
where
lobby
I'll
of the
be
elevator.
sharing financial empowerment down in the Peachtree City area.
Okay.
And we got Unsung
And you got
Heroines.
Unsung coming up. Tell us about Unsung. Have I done the Unsung yet before?
Of course,
Man, I
Michael,
be-
you
I-
hosted
did I?
Unsung.
Was that
Yeah.
the big one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
I'm
when
sorry,
people
I
come
mean-
out looking fabulous.
Yeah, y'all
you
was
know?
clean.
Yeah.
Because I went to the wrong hotel the last time. Yeah, I was at the wrong hotel. right?
Yeah.
Because we did the hotel that's down by the airport or
Yes.
something, right?
Gateway.
Yeah, the gate. Yeah, I was at the wrong airport. I was sharp. I was all in the
Yeah.
folks' lobby. They was like, I was like, I'm looking for the Unsung John. I'm hosting it. They was like,
You won't
you're
be
the
hosting
wrong
it?
one. I gotta go down the street. It wasn't that far away, but yeah, I made it on time.
Oh, okay.
I should have stopped.
So our
Nobody caught that.
wonderful chair of Unsung is here, Charmaine Green.
Hey, Charmaine,
Hi, everyone.
welcome.
Thank
You
you.
look awesome this morning for a 7:00 call.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
You got ready. We prepared you, huh?
Yes, you
Well, welcome to the show. Tell us about Unsung real quick.
Sure. So I am so excited to tell you all about this wonderful gala that's going to be taking place on Saturday, April 13th,
Okay.
6 p.m. at the Atlanta Marriott Gateway Hotel, right off of Camp Creek Parkway.
Yep.
So we have some wonderful women that we are honoring this year.
Awesome.
And it's 12 women who are doing some phenomenal work in the community who are advocating on behalf of women and children. So we're taking time out of our busy schedule to acknowledge and honor them for all of their works and their contributions to the community.
Awesome. Hey, today we're gonna tell you how you can get involved, who's being honored, who's not being honored.
Right.
Did some more people sneak in the building?
Yes.
What? How's this happening?
Sneaky day.
What's up with security in here?
I don't know, Mike.
Lord have
we gotta
mercy.
get on it.
Hey, when we come back, we're gonna talk about how this whole thing got started.
Sure.
We're gonna talk to Valerie, and we're gonna find out how people sneaking in the studio.
Right.
It's like the fourth person. Like I feel insecure right now. Anybody can run up on me.
Get on your game, Michael.
Hey, if you don't live in Wisconsin, go back to work today. I know you had your speech prepared when you to go in the office today.
You know,
Well,
I thought I was gonna have to call Charmaine and nervous say, you know, I
I ain't gonna make it
I'm
in
going
there.
to okay.
Well, the ticket was sold in Wisconsin. $768 million ticket was sold up in Wisconsin last night. So, like I said, go back to work. I guess the bright side of it, the hater in me will say it was $768 million ticket. That's how much the jackpot was worth. But you ain't only gonna get $465 million.
I'll take that only. I'll take that only.
That's a true hater right there.
Right.
Good.
That is a true hater.
Yeah, when you can count 1 + 1 = 2, I'll take that.
I hope whoever won all of that money, I hope you spend it all. No,
Yes,
just
you can make a
shut
great
up.
donation.
They can make it
to
right.
Sisters Helping Sisters program.
Power 108.9.
Yes, yes.
The Michael A. McFadden Foundation. Like, we got a
We'll
bunch of
create
causes. Hey, when we come back, we got more. It's Mornings with Michael and Friends on Power 108.9.
Yes.
That's how you know you hate it.
Hey, Jim.
You only get it 165.
I know. I'll take it. When you can say only like that.
For the camera. Okay, okay.
Y'all can speak up.
Hey, I'm gonna move some of these bags right here.
Sure.
Hi. Good morning. How are you this morning?
Before you get to it, just let me know when she's not there. We'll go grab her.
Okay. Hey, Dr. Adrian, how are you this morning? Hi, Edward.
Put in them one the money. Exactly. What up, C?
See, I need to call some people in Wisconsin, make sure that, you know, they might can help us sister out. Give me a little piece of that lottery.
Hey, thank y'all for sharing. I appreciate that.
Hey, Mr. Colbert.
Is it Amori?
Amor.
Amora.
Amor.
Amor. Okay. The way it's spelled.
Mhm.
Just with the little thing on the
Yeah.
top of it. What's the name of that thing?
Accent.
Keeping them up on their toes today. Hey, what up, Coach Oliver Adams?
We could have said that thing. And he would have been okay. Here. I will try, Mr. Edward.
Mornings with Michael and Friends, Power 108.9. Today's show brought to you by Valerie Randolph
That's
and the Randolph Agency. 770-435-7667 is the number. We're celebrating Unsung today.
Heroes, yes.
We have the chair of Unsung Heroines in the building.
Yeah.
Charmaine is hanging out with us today.
Yes.
Charmaine, how did this start? How did this project start?
Well, this is actually our 23rd annual program, and when we created the National Coalition of 100 Black Women, our advocacy rules are to make sure that we advocate on behalf of women and children. So we have an organization that Minerva can definitely speak to. That's called Sisters Helping Sisters. And this is part of our economic empowerment initiative where we help women who maybe have been, had some unfortunate situations, may have been victims of domestic violence or drug abuse. What we do is that program fosters them to be productive citizens back into our community, helping them get on their feet and things of that nature. So
Awesome.
that's how all of that comes
Hey,
from.
Minerva, good morning.
Good morning. How
Welcome.
are you?
I'm awesome. I'm about to say welcome back, but it's y'all feel like
You
it
can
seems like
welcome me back.
family. Yeah, welcome back seems like family because of because Valerie always reaches out, and makes sure that I'm involved with the event somehow, and I really, really appreciate it. So welcome back. Tell us about the organization.
So the program, Sisters Helping Sisters, is a community-based program. As Charmaine mentioned, the program actually serves women who are victims of domestic violence. The program provides the consumers in this program with financial literacy, with various means and identify pathways for them to work themselves back into self-sufficiency. It's a great program. I'm very appreciative. We have awesome partners that we partner with. Allstate, Valerie, thank you, is one of our partners, as well as our financial sponsor. We also partner with Wells Fargo, Atlanta Housing, Partners for Domestic Violence, Women Resources. And these organizations come in and provide various types of enrichment programs, financial, staffing, how to empower these women to feel good about themselves so that they can, be worked back into the community, feel self-sufficient, be empowered to do some of the things that they did before they were unfortunately placed in the temporary situation that they're in.
Outside of the financial piece, what's the toughest part of that transition for women?
I believe, to me, the toughest part for these women is the feeling of being in that space, okay? they are women who a lot of them have degrees,
Mhm.
educational degrees. They've come from environments where they supported themselves and their children. And unfortunately, they were put in a situation where they were no longer able to take care of themselves. And they were they're housed in the Salvation Army Red Shield community off of Marietta Street. And if you think about it, you go from being self-sufficient, having a home, car, community, family, different social environments that you're involved in, to now temporarily being placed in a situation where you have
Wow.
Yeah, so that's kind of hard.
Yeah.
And anyone can find themselves in that predicament, and that's the thing that you don't think that that's where you're going to be,
Right.
and then all of a sudden that's where you are.
Because one thing can happen and change everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
One thing I always tell our son, he's 21 now, and I told him this since he could understand the words that were coming out of my mouth. Some famous dude said that somewhere.
Yeah.
Chris
Maybe it
Tucker,
was you.
Chris Tucker and Brush Hour. You know?
Oh,
Now, I'm in,
right.
Yeah.
it's slow. But nah, ever since he can understand, I always tell him, that one little mistake could change the trajectory of your life forever.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And I'm saying, like, with the organizations with women, I'm not, putting a burden on them because their situations are totally different. But you never know when that situation can or will come because it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I can for what you do, Valerie, and like just being enlightened. As a host of a radio show, a lot of times we're behind the scenes working and we're doing our job. But I'm also listening also, and you've taught me a lot about, especially as it pertains to domestic violence and what it does to a family outside of the physical part that we see, because we always talk about the financial piece as well.
A lot of people think that domestic violence is only indicative of maybe middle America or low income. Domestic violence, it transcends all economic areas. And we find in transitional housing that you have women that may have been CEOs of corporations, that they were corporate officers, they're small business owners. But because of situations, and we are women, as women, are so trusting. We're so, we're the caretakers. So we sometimes put ourselves in a position of not knowing what's going on with the finances of the household. So we allow our husbands or our significant others to handle those things. So then we find ourselves in situations that the wealth that we have created and have been very much a part of, we don't have access anymore. We don't know where our money is. We don't know what bank it's in. We don't know what the routing and the checking account numbers are. We don't know whose name is on the title of property that we've worked hard to acquire.
Right.
So here we find ourselves in transitional housing, and we're wondering, how did we get here? You feel bad because you try to find fault on yourself because we don't know. And that's what we try to do. We try to go into the transitional housing and let everybody know that, hey, we may just be one red bottom shoe away from being right next to you. So it's not because of the fact that you're down. How are you going to get up?
Right.
And we're going to help you. We're going to help you, get your new start on life. And this program is doing phenomenal things. That's why the Allstate Foundation has been so much a part of the 100 Black Women and what we're doing with Sisters Helping Sisters program for so long.
Hey, it's the 23rd annual Unsung Heroines Awards Gala. It is going down on Saturday, April 13th, 2019. Hosted by Tom Jones, Letitia Lance, Maria Moore. One of my partners is getting the Trailblazer Award, Rashawn Ali. So shout out to Rashawn. Hey, tickets are still available.
Yes.
We'll tell you how you can get them. We're going to talk to Valerie, too. We got some insurance stuff to talk about. And one half of DNA is in the building. So I don't know if it's the D or the NA or how it's done. But we got Amore in the building.
Okay.
Amore has that name that has a little thingy thing over the E. I thought
That's
it kind of
it.
changed the. I thought it changed the name. She's like, nah, some more. I was like, okay, because I was gonna add some extra. To it, you know how I do. We're gonna holler at her more, see what she's up to. Hey, what up, Coach? I was gonna read that from Coach. I just be getting distracted,
Yes.
don't I? Squirrel. When we come back, we got your birthdays and shout outs. Celebrating birthday today. You know what? Because Valerie is here today and DNA is in the building today. We're gonna let you call the station today if you got a birthday. Or you can shout out your friends if you got a birthday. All you gotta do is just call the number. The lines are wide open right now. 678-3. No, I'm lying.
I was just
Yeah,
getting
we ain't
ready.
doing that. We'll be right back this morning with Michael Smith. Got you. Power 108.9. I got you.
I've learned a few things. Like
Your eyes got big. You was like,
Oh.
Anybody
What up,
buy
Coach?
into this?
you want to wait on Diamond or more? You want to talk now? Or you want to wait on
I
Diamond?
can see how far she is.
Okay.
What time are you all done?
We be rocking and rolling. We stop when it don't feel good no more. Now we good.
Hey, Mr. Colbert, how you doing? Mr. Colbert says, hi, ladies.
Hello.
Minnie, you up this morning? Are you on Facebook?
Is that Minnie?
No, Minnie has to join. I'm trying to wake Minnie up.
Thank you
Somebody
for
call
sharing.
Minnie and wake Minnie.
Hey,
Yeah.
Trico, what's happening, partner? Hey, thank y'all for sharing. Hey, Crystal, happy birthday. Hey, Tamika. C. Dawson, what up, Mr. Bootlegger to buy it?
Wake up, Minnie. We on the radio.
Tell her the show started at 7.
She got the speech.
Madam President. Okay, Coach.
108.5.
0.9.
Mornings with Michael and Friends. Power 108.9. She didn't have her glasses.
Yeah, that's right. That's so
Charmaine
true.
didn't have her glasses.
That's so true.
Charmaine and Minerva are in the building today. I have a friend named Minerva. Yeah.
Awesome.
She's online now, I'm sure. Hey, Minerva, we found another one.
Hey.
Yes.
Not many of us out
No.
there.
Where you
That's
from,
right.
Minerva?
I'm actually from Virginia,
What part of Virginia?
the Norfolk Newport News area.
Okay, shout out to
Southwater.
the DMV. I'm from Southeast DC, so
Oh,
yeah, I
that's
grew up in
okay.
DC.
On the other side.
On the other side, yeah. On the other side. Now I worked in Virginia. One of my first jobs growing up as a youngin, I worked at Roy Rogers in Alexandria, Virginia. Yeah, I had to catch a bus, the metro bus, the train, and then another bus for like a $4 an hour job.
Michael, we used to hit at Howard. We used to hit Roy Rogers. Take a big person there. And we got fed for a week.
Roy Rogers, chicken and biscuits. Was no joke at Roy Rogers, boy.
Chicken and salad bar.
I still have Tasha. You know, I'm gonna post it on social media today. I still have my Roy Rogers apron.
You do?
Because when I came to Atlanta, like I was still working at Roy Rogers.
It's over the
And
family. Over the family.
when I came down, I grabbed everything and made the move to Atlanta. The apron was in there, so I pull out. All my clothes was like in a trash bag or a grocery bag, and I was like, "Word! I still got my apron." I didn't clean it because it still had the flour on it. And Tasha one day was like, "Negro, if you don't clean this damn apron, I'm throwing it in the trash." So I finally cleaned it, and my name tag. I still got the name tag on there. The name. Why am I going so in detail with this? Because I love it. The name tag. Do y'all remember the little name tag machines where you turn the letter and you push the little thing and it made it? My name tag says Mike. And I pull it out every Thanksgiving. That's what I cook my Thanksgiving dinner in. Just in my Roy Rogers apron. So there you go. Hey, that's the show for today. Yeah, for coming out. No, I'm just joking. Hey, we got a big event though that's coming up. It's the National Coalition of 100 Black Women Incorporated Metropolitan Atlanta Chapter 23rd Annual Unsung Heroines Awards Gala, being hosted by Tom Jones.
Yeah.
He got the name of the year, boy. Shout out to Tom Jones over at WSB, Letitia Lance, and Maria Moore. Talk about some of the honorees who you will be honoring this April 13th.
Sure, we have 12 honorees. We have actually 8 unsung heroines. And then we have 4 distinguished honorees that we're going to be honoring as well. So our 12 honorees are going to be Val Cater, Dee Griffin, Lucy Hall, Erica Lee, Tiffany Maddox, Stacy Nunez, Mary Rozier, and Kennedy Watson. And then, of course, our distinguished honorees, we have the Catalyst Award going to Erica Flahar. And then the Humanitarian Award is Erica Carson. Our Pioneer Award goes to Diana Lynch. And then, of course, our Trailblazer, your friend,
Mhm.
Rashawn Ali, will receive an award this year.
What is it about these heroines that they all had in common that you said we definitely got to recognize this crew right here?
So one of the major things, of course, that they had in common was their advocacy for women and children. That is what is aligned with what our coalition does. So a lot of these women, for example, with Lucy Hall, she actually is the CEO and founder of Mary Hall Freedom House.
Okay.
So similar to Sisters Helping Sisters, she actually helps with women getting back on their feet, women who have been in unfortunate circumstances. And she has this place where they provide all different types of interviewing skills, clothing, any other type of financial resources they need to help them get back, into the community.
Yeah.
We have someone as young as Mary Rozier. She's actually 13. I believe she may even be one of our youngest
Oh, wow.
unsung heroines that we've honored so far. And she has done a lot of amazing work in her school, in her local NAACP chapters. She's also spearheaded with Detroit or Flint, Michigan
Mhm.
at the water episode. She encouraged her parents to take her to Detroit to help with that particular type of incident. So it's a lot of great energy, a lot of positive energy, a lot of great things being done for these women.
Minerva, the program Sisters Helping Sisters, the first thing we think about is, when the women come in and how hopeless or helpless that they can be.
Yes.
I want to talk about when they're done in the program and that feeling
Mhm.
that you have
Yeah.
when you see the women make this transition and now walk out smiling.
I can tell you, I have experienced several who have what we call success stories. They've gone through the transition from moving into the Salvation Army facility. They've gone through our program, which is about 9 to 10 weeks. And then they have learned from those experiences or those outreach type of advocacies that we brought to that center. And then they found themselves in a position where they're self-sufficient. So I had one participant who actually completed the program. She came back and she said, you know what? I've learned so much from this program. The love that you all provide us and helping us to feel empowered has helped me with the strength that I needed to move forward and become self-sufficient. Found themselves in a position where they were able to get a job, found them affordable housing, and were on their road to success. And that's a good feeling when they can do it on their own as opposed to, being back in a situation where they're dependent on somebody.
Valerie,
That's a good feeling.
yeah, Valerie, one common thing for us, especially on Thursdays, is the word that Minerva just mentioned, empowering peace.
Mhm.
And the Randolph Agency and Allstate, that's what, to me, what I see you as is you're that empowerer.
Yes. You know,
Squirrel. But that's what you do, though.
Yes, I enjoy when I have an opportunity to go down and visit the women at the Salvation Army that's a part of the transition program and teach them financial empowerment. Because a huge part of domestic violence is the lack of the financial knowledge. And the Allstate curriculum that we share with the women gives them the knowledge to empower them so they don't get back in the position of someone taking advantage of them because of their lack of knowledge. And that's what we do in my agency every day with our clients. But this gives us an opportunity to get beyond the walls, to go out in the community and reach others that may not be our clients, to share the same knowledge that we give our clients day in, day out.
Hey, Valerie Randolph. She said it well. The Randolph Agency.
Yes.
770-435-7667 is the number. You can check her out. We also want to tell you how you get tickets to the event this year. The tickets are still available, right?
Absolutely.
All right, we'll tell you how to do that. Hey, if you celebrate a birthday today, happy birthday to you. That means that you got a birthday today. You older today. And shout out to Oliver Adams, a.k.a. the coach. Hey, I know that true power comes from the inside of you. And once the power to live is ignited, change happens immediately. You grab a copy of Coach's latest book. It's called Power to Live Through Obstacles on his website, power2live.net. I promise you DNA is going to be in the building today.
She's coming.
We got the D, or we got the N, and the A. The A is missing. A's just missing. So we're going to put her on blast continuously or more. Hey, to celebrate the squirrel. You see how I do it, Valerie? Keep me focused, Valerie.
I'm trying. I keep
Oh,
looking
right.
at you saying, come on, come back.
No, you got to do this. You got to do this. Hey, you celebrate a birthday today. Here's some celebrities that share that same day. Lady Gaga, Academy Award winning Lady Gaga, is 33 years old today. Also, Reba McEntire turns 64 years old today. Oakland Raider quarterback Derek Carr is 28. Actor Vince Vaughn turns 49 years old today. Actress Julia Stiles turns 38 years old today. Cheryl James. Y'all know Cheryl James? Salt and Pepper.
Oh,
She's 53 years old today. The light skinned one.
Salt, salt, pepper. Then we
That's
would've
Salt,
known.
right? Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
Salt.
yeah.
Yeah, that's Salt. She's 53 years old today.
53.
Yeah, 53 years old today. Yeah. Also, Jay Quan is 33 years old today. That's the rapper dude. Tipsy. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. You know what I'm talking about? Or more knows. Y'all know?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
Absolutely.
Sorry about that. Also celebrated birthday today, director, producer. He did movies like Rush Hour and Horrible Bosses. Brett Ratner turns 50 years old today. Former Los Angeles Laker and NBA coach Byron Scott turns 58 years old today. And basketball player Rick Barry turns 75 years old today. Rick Barry, when he was in the NBA, he used to shoot his free throws like this.
Yes,
Yeah.
I remember him.
If you ever on Jeopardy, did they ask you that question? How did Rick Barry
You
shoot
can
his
even
free throws?
demonstrate.
Hey, if you celebrate a birthday today, happy birthday to you from us. Mornings with Michael and Friends and Power 108.9. Wake up.
Good morning, Mr. Ludlow. How are you this morning? Your mama
Yes,
don't eat
Rick
too
Barry.
much
What up?
breakfast.
What up, Rebecca?
Wow.
And Kobe.
I was like,
What up, Kobe?
absolutely. Girl, you got some business. You do.
I'm tired. I'm sleepy.
But it's, I mean,
Haven't had before I was asleep. I'm working on that program.
No,
But
let Amor sit right there real quick. Okay? Switch the mic out for you.
Use that smaller chair and maybe scoot on the side of Charmaine. Use that chair and scoot on the side of Charmaine.
oh, okay.
Hey, how are you this morning,
That's
sweetie?
Eddie. That's Eddie. Yeah.
Hello, cousin.
let's see if I hide that.
Yeah, yeah. Did you?
Did you finish your workout this morning?
Never think there was a husband in that. That's what it is. I bet.
And Mr. Forsyth.
Oh, yes.
Hey, cousin Ben.
Okay.
How are you this morning?
Mhm.
Mornings with Michael and Friends. Power 108.9. Today's show is being brought to you by Valerie Randolph and the Randolph Agency. Y'all can check her out. She's right there at 1995 Windy Hill Road, Smyrna, Georgia. Yup, 770-435-7667 is the number. You can check her out there all the time, therandolphagency.com. Hey, today is the 28th of March, 2019, but it was on this day back in 1986 that more than 6,000 radio stations of all formatted varieties at 10:15 a.m. played this record right here. So, y'all, girl, you know that ain't gonna happen. Can y'all hear it?
Yes.
Is it playing?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
They singing.
Mr. Richard.
We Are the World. Play all across the United States of America. Sound like George Bush, didn't it? USA for Africa, because that's what they were doing. They were doing this big campaign for Africa, and they stopped the music. And the video was awesome. Like everybody in the music industry was in the video. I just wonder how they were. Like I wish like they had cell phones and Instagram back then, because I just want to know how diva-ish they were acting in there. Like where certain people stood. Like I'm not standing in the back. Tell Smokey Robinson to move over. Or, you know what I'm saying? It could have got very petty out there. But anyway, yeah, it was on this day. Amora's in the building. Amora, can I have my headphones back there? I just wanted you to hear this song. Amora's in the building. Good morning.
Good morning.
One part of DNA.
I'm the A.
You're the A in DNA. I should have known that. Well, welcome. Tell us a little bit about yourself before we jump into DNA.
So DNA is basically DNA is basically composed of Diamond, who is coming, and me, A. We both created our own brands and then we brought them together. So we both kind of did tours by ourselves. We've done different TV shows by ourselves. So then we found each other and was like, oh, you like the same things I like. Let's create a duo.
Gotcha.
So,
Where you from originally?
I'm originally from Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay. What high school?
Oh, good. See, Atlanta native.
What high school?
I went to Riverdale.
Riverdale.
But it
Okay.
does count because I went to middle school in Atlanta. It does.
Okay.
I was born off Cascade.
Okay. You good.
Yes.
You good.
Yes.
But you saw me, you're about to
I
say.
know. I always do that. And then they hear me talk, they're like, you're not from Atlanta. I'm like, yes, I am.
Yes, I am shouting for real.
I am. Exactly. So I didn't move to Riverdale to high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, you was like, shout out.
Because I get that all the time.
Well, shout out to you. Congratulations to you. And shout out to DNA. How did you and Asia connect?
We actually connected.
Diamond, I'm sorry.
Yes, Diamond. We actually connected for the BET Hoops and Hip Hop tour. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, when they did the college tour where they go visit all the HBCUs.
I remember.
So we branded together during that, and then after that we went on a tour with R. Kelly and a few other people and kind of did that whole thing. But
And just about that. Speaking of Chicago people, Jesse Smollett was in the news recently. Yesterday, somebody asked me, they said, sum up the Jesse Smollett case in 30 seconds. I said, great question. You run a red light. You get pulled over. Officer gives you a ticket to appear in court. You go to court, the judge throws the ticket out and drops the charges. You still ran the red light though. Yeah, that's how I did that.
Good.
Yeah, that was good.
That's good.
And speaking of that, the FBI is now reviewing the circumstances surrounding the dismissal of all 16 criminal charges against Jesse. It's crazy now because the state attorney and Governor Rahm Emanuel, they beefing with each other. Like they was like, who in the hell dropped all these cases? You know what I'm saying? These charges.
But you
They
know
mad
what?
at each other.
Yeah, I have a little bit concern over that. It doesn't make it right. What Jesse did was
Space is
not
good, right
correct.
next to the rock.
But this is something that happens
Spaces on top of the
every
building.
day in our judicial system.
Absolutely.
And most of the people doesn't look like Jesse.
Exactly.
Okay, that it happens with. And I don't see the FBI investigating all those cases where people have been thrown out. What about the New England Patriots guy
Right.
that
Just
just got in
got
trouble? Are they gonna
They're
throw it out? Is the FBI gonna investigate that? So, you know, I kind of take issue with that. Doesn't make it right, but it happens in our
all the time.
system every day.
I think there's more stuff that they could be focused on, obviously, but I think
Yeah.
one of the things that has the city and Rahm Emanuel in the uproar is the fact that it was classified as a hate crime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, and
yes.
I think they probably take that piece a little more serious because you did mention that, you know, they made a threat against, you know, because of the president, you know, what they said, and that, you know, you're a gay male, and you said that, you know, you felt that way. So I think that was the piece that kind of, you know, changed the subject a little bit. But it's all good.
Yeah, and they also were talking about the what the police department did or did not do.
I could care less because I think I won that Powerball last night, so I really give a damn about it. I'm about to go home and check my ticket right now. There's a good chance that I won. But it's all good though. But shout out to that was Diamond.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. She said, "Where do I come?" I said, "Diamond, just first you gotta get out the car." You gotta get out the car. But what do you guys have coming up?
We have a few projects coming up. We're working with 612 Magazine right now, doing some behind the scenes with other celebrities that may have some photo shoots or red carpet events. We have a gala that is also coming up, Black Excellence Gala on April 28th, I believe. And I just got back probably about a few months ago from filming the TV show that comes on A&E called Undercover High.
I saw that. Yeah, shout out to you. Tell us about that. But then let's go back. How did you get into the entertainment business?
It's all about who you know, honestly. I was auditioning before, and I wasn't booking anything, honestly, because everybody literally in Atlanta is an actress or a dancer or a performer. So it's
Or a real
really
estate
hard.
agent.
It's really hard. So I think one day I actually met a friend. We were just talking in I think I went to like Subway or something random. And this lady was in there. We were just talking about random things. And she's like, "Oh, you look really young for your age." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you." She's like, "I'm actually a director with A&E. We're coming out with a show. You want to do it?"
Oh, wow.
And I was like, "Yeah, sure. If I can book a show for looking young." So I interviewed with her casting team and I got it. And I think at first I turned it down because I'm also a teacher.
Okay.
So I was like, no, I can't take that much time away from work. So I think like a month later, I was like, you know what? I'm going to spend 6 months somewhere really far and I'm going to do this show. And it was really good. I had fun.
And shout out to you because you were prepared. Like she asked you and you said yes. And you should have looked at your phone and be like, "Man, I don't know."
Right?
Like,
I got a lot of stuff to do. I don't know if I could do this show.
But that is awesome. You guys are on Instagram, right?
We are
What's
on
that
Instagram. You can add us on Instagram at Dance is DNA.
There you go. Hey, Diamond will be up in a second. And speaking of being a school teacher, shout out to Senator Kamala Harris of California. She announced at a rally in Houston on Saturday that she will provide teachers with a significant boost in pay to their current average, right around $60,000 per year for teachers. So shout out to you. You're trying to get them votes. That's what you do.
That's what I do.
You see what 45 did, right? I'm gonna build this wall.
One way or
One way or the
another.
other. Everybody came out and vote. But
If I take your whole paycheck in taxes, I'm gonna build this wall.
so if you tell the teachers, "Hey, I'm gonna get y'all about 60,000 right off the rip," guess who they gonna vote for? Miss Harris gotta come through though.
Right.
Hey, when we come back, we got more. This morning's with Mike and Friends on Power 108.9. I almost wore that outfit today. Real talk. It would take me too long to get my leg through the hole. It kept going through the hole in the pants. Forget this. What up, Marcus? What up, Ricka? You approved of more. Yes, she's approved. Zone 4 shot it. When you said you went to
Riverdale. Okay, Riverdale. High school. Okay. Names.
Oh, my brother went to Mays. He was like,
Lord.
I'm really from Atlanta. I'm
A Raider.
still driving. I'm like,
a Raider.
So he was in 1 year that he come out.
Said Dougie and May.
Dougie and May.
Dougie and May.
Okay.
Power 108.9.
he loved me. So
All right, here.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all do me a favor. I'm about to I'm about to step out for a second. Go downstairs and get our guests. Make sure they don't break that. Thank you.
We got you.
I was talking about you, Maze.
Let me keep these Atlanta Falcon folks together here.
That's right.
Yeah, we don't speak that who that, Mr. Ludlow. We don't do that. It's all about Falcon power. Falcon Nation. We're gonna rise up eventually.
Well, you heard about the new ruling they had in the NFL yesterday, right?
What?
Well, because of that call from the Saints game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So now the coaches have a role in the playback for with
The replay.
the replay for but it has to do with what's it called? Yeah, it just slipped my mind just now. But it's a major milestone, so that won't happen again. The coaches will have a role in that call. Pass interference.
Oh,
Oh,
pass
okay.
interference, yeah.
Okay, now
That's major.
Oh,
the
yeah.
coaches. Oh wow, that's gonna be interesting how that's gonna work.
But what coaches? The coaches that are currently, the teams that are playing, or it's going to be an identified set of coaches?
No. Teams that are playing.
Oh, that could be subjective.
Yeah.
That could be really subjective.
That's my understanding of
Yeah.
it. But I'm just saying, it just came out yesterday. I just saw the blurb come on,
Okay,
but I
I'm
thought
gonna
that was
see how
major.
that's gonna play out.
Yeah, I thought that was major given the fact that, the Saints, they really took it to the left.
And they should
Yeah.
have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because they
yeah.
lost the chance for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It
because
was
of that
definitely pass interference. I hate
Yeah.
to say that.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, after all
Oh,
the
well.
replays.
Yeah. Oh well. Oh well.
So that's D,
Yes.
part of the E and A.
I know I got to do better.
No, you good. No, you stay right there. Can I move this over?
Oh, yeah,
Oh, that's
that's
fine. You can move
Oh, that's
it.
fine.
Let me take it.
Stand up.
Don't do that.
Hey, yeah, that's the D. The diamond.
I'm sorry.
Valerie, Charmaine, Minerva.
Yeah.
Hi.
Check.
Hey, Mr. Hampton.
Mornings with Michael and Friends. Power 108.9. We found the D.
Don't do me like that. I'm sorry.
Asia, why is you in the Braves Stadium? The studio is over here.
When I found out, when I saw, I was like, where I got it? I was like, where's this? I was like, where's the spaces? They was like, down there. I was like, oh, this building right here. They was like, no, the one down the street. I was like, down the street. I was running in these stilettos. The struggle.
You already
But
know
I
how
think
this
struggle is
goes.
real. I made it. Won't he do it? I made it.
You're gonna be very surprised when I say this. Hey, it's been a great show. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Hey, what's happening? Diamond, what's going on? How you
Good.
been?
I love how Arya raised me along.
First of all, let's say Diamond and I go back a long way. Your daughter, I know kids grow up, but your daughter is really growing in front of my eyes. Like every
She
time I
just
see you
lost
post.
her first tooth the other day.
Did she really? How old is she now?
5.
Oh wow! Shout out
So
to
I
y'all.
put
Shout out to
$5 under her pillow and she thought it was gonna be chocolate. The tooth just came out. Yeah, she noticed that she was like this.
Yeah,
girl.
so shout out to you. Congratulations. And congratulations on DNA. We were talking about DNA. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself and your background.
I'm a professionally trained dancer. I've been dancing since the age of 3. I have background in ballet, jazz, hip hop, African. I've trained at Albanelli, danced in Harlem, choreography, ballet. Long story short, did some PR work, and that's how I met Ms. O'Moore. We both love dance. We got offered some opportunities. I was like, we need to come up with a group. And here we are today, DNA, Diamond and O'Moore. So,
Yeah, and you've been hustling for a while.
yeah.
Because you moved down from you from New York, right?
Up top from
Yeah.
Harlem.
Now you sound like you from Atlanta. You really got
No, I
that
don't.
Atlanta accent. I mean,
Just how it's New York. Still love our New York accent. I love our swag. I love to hear say car.
Yes, we
do. I can't be talking about how I got to I can't.
congratulations to y'all. I've seen you doing some interviews, and as a matter of fact, The Unsung Heroines Awards Gala is coming up in April 13th, and one of the honorees, Rashawn Ali, who's a Trailblazer Award recipient. I always talk about Rashawn, and she's always told me the best advice that she gave me was just continue to get your reps in. You know what I'm saying? That's practice. And when I started doing radio back in the day, that message stuck with me, because the only way that you can perfect your craft is by continuing to do it. And I've seen the growth in you, especially when it pertains to like doing your red carpet interviews and the interviews that you do. You've come a long way, like just like all of us. Yeah, right. But talk about how important it was for you to continuously get your reps in, to become a better at what you do.
Okay, first I'm gonna need to turn this fan off because it's making my IT and the lash roll.
Well, we know. Can you turn that off?
I'm trying to hold on to it.
I see. There you go.
So what I've learned, I started working with 612 magazine. When I first started the 612 magazine, it was to be featured in the magazine. And she was like, no, I want her to run my 612 Angels, which is people who come out to the carpet events and to take pictures and do write-ups on the event. And I was behind the scenes for a long time, and many people don't know that. I'm just now actually coming to the front of the camera. So I realized the patience and the learning is all for being behind the camera. So when I come to the front of the camera, I know what to expect, and I know what's going on behind the scenes as well. So it's very important to me to learn more than anything. Yeah, I want to be on TV. Yeah, I want to be in the spotlight. Yeah, I want everybody to know who Asian Diamond is. But more important to me is learning the craft. So that was what's important.
Yeah, because you've done some BET stuff and TV One, then you get killed or something.
I know, I was the manipulator.
You were the manipulator, yes.
Yes, I was on TV One, Fatal Attraction.
Oh,
yeah. The Dilly Ultimatum episode, you have to watch it. A lot of people like that she really act like that. Some people say that's really how she is. It's not sweetheart, but I can be like that. But you have to watch it. It's on demand. You can find it on YouTube. It's the Dilly Ultimatum episode. Yeah.
When you came to Atlanta, was this what you were coming for?
Yep. When I first came to Atlanta was when I was 18.
Okay.
And I wanted to go to Spelman. I fell in love with Atlanta. Then I got homesick and I went back home and I came back and I booked my first movie with Warner Brothers on Cinderella Story Once Upon a Song. I was all right, Atlanta's the place to be. I got homesick again.
Yeah.
But I'm back.
Okay.
I ain't going back.
There you go.
DNA right here. I ain't leaving her this time again. I'm not gonna leave.
Amore, let me ask you, what makes DNA so, where does this chemistry come from?
I think it just comes from both of us being hungry. Like we both kind of created our own platforms and then we just bonded them together. And now we just chasing our dreams together, the unit. I think a lot of times people want to be all about self, but we kind of come together and created this thing where we're like, okay, we're going to get it together because in Atlanta it's hard.
Right.
So we're going to make it work.
There you
We
go.
have a lot of comparisons too. Like we both dance, we both act, we both model, we both host. So it works.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Hey, that Instagram, John, what that is again? Shout out.
You can find us on Instagram at Dance is DNA. Also on Facebook at Dance is DNA.
Yo, today is March 28th, 2019, and it was on this day back in 1922. Some of y'all youngest probably don't know about this, but a dude by the name of Bradley A. Fisk patented what we know as the microfilm reading device. Remember that little micro thing we had to go to the library?
Yeah.
Put that thing under there? Yeah. It was on this day, 1922. Amore, you know what we're talking about? Yeah. It was also on this day back in 1885 that the Salvation Army was officially organized in the United States of America. Hey, when we come back, we're going to tell you how you can get tickets to the Unsung Heroines Awards Gala. It's the 23rd annual gala, as a matter of fact. And don't forget that today's show is being brought to you by Valerie Randolph and the Randolph Agency. Hey, it is National Weed Appreciation Day. But not that weed. Not that one.
Not
Okay.
that
Weed, right. Yeah, the Roundup weed. Yeah.
Oh, the one not saying I'm got the lost.
I never forget the house we had up in Woodstock. We needed to kill the weeds, right? You know me, I'm not a green thumb at all. So Tasha bought some Roundup. Guess what I started doing? I just started going around the yard.
And then you had little yellow spots.
My yard look like this. What happened?
Lord have mercy.
My yard had that Michael Jackson. What's the thing Michael Jackson had? With his skin?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
I missed that joke. Hey, we'll be right back. Go ahead, Michael.
Tasha said, I'm never gonna get my dad.
You get no lawnmower.
Yes.
No lawnmower for you.
Zigzag.
All right.
Sorry, Yolanda, how you doing
Yeah,
this
so we're gonna
morning?
do a couple of things. It's actually in a couple of weeks, April 13th. And you should really come out and support us.
Somewhere.
We're gonna have some amazing entertainment there. We're gonna have a band. DJ Cat with Magic 107.5 is going to be DJing for us. And then we'll have a soloist, and then this band called The Nameless Band. It's a really good trio. It's an R&B group that sings around and also travels as well. So
We're gonna have fun.
we're looking to have a whole lot of good energy, a lot of fun, while we're, honoring a great, some great people for a great cause. So. And where's your office location based?
Well, we usually be in like the city where I am. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take your
We be in the city.
Our office.
Oh, Lord.
You mentioned you're a teacher. Where you teach?
I teach at a Montessori, like a private school, in Hapeville, Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the TV show that I actually did was I went into a high school and revamped the program. So I have a program that's in Kansas where I implemented Montessori style classrooms for public schools.
How was that something?
It's different because Montessori is basically you don't tell the child like, hey, we're going to work on math today. We're going to work on writing or reading. It's basically their choice. So when they come to the classroom, they get to choose what they want to work on as long as they work on something. So it's just a free-based learning.
So you don't have to do a curriculum?
I kind of do, but I don't. The child thinks I don't. But I do observation and private reports on them. So I know everything that they should. Yeah.
Don't be cheating. Hey.
I'm not. I'm about to move on. No.
Hold on, we got a second.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
It's really takes time. Tanya Brown.
What up, David?
Oh, good.
Really should have.
We teach basic learning. We also have a yoga part of the classroom. We have just different things. So I know everything.
Hey Kim, hi Clarence, hey Mark.
Mornings with Michael and Friends on Power 108.9. Got an awesome show for you today. Got some cool people hanging out with us today. And today's show is being brought to you by Valerie Randolph and the Randolph Agency. You can check her out right up the street, 1995 Windy Hill Road, right here in Smyrna, Georgia, to be more Pacific, as they say in New York City. Totally forget the S up in New York. Hey, we got some cool people hanging out with us today. DNA is in the building, and we also have Miss Charmaine and Minerva in the building. Now, Charmaine is the chair for the Unsung Heroines, and Minerva is in the building as well, hanging out with us. The program is called Sisters Helping Sisters. I wanted to make you the CEO, but I'm sure it's not.
Give some big names.
I know, right?
Yes.
We'll tell you how you can get tickets to that. Not only is today National Weed Appreciation Day, it was on this day back in 1797 that a dude by the name of Nathaniel Briggs patented what is now called the washing machine. Yes.
Oh,
Because
wow,
of him.
thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. They keep our clothes
Yes.
smelling fresh. Some of these washing machines are getting too complicated.
I know.
I'd be like, okay, where does the soap go? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But anyway, shout out to the washing machine. Shout out to those that still go to the laundromat.
Bless your heart.
Yeah, the laundromat is cool because they got the big ass dryers, and you can just take all your clothes and just throw them in the dryer.
All at one time.
Yeah, I like to take, when I have to do my big comforters and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. It's good to just go in
Just
there.
go in there and just throw everything in there. Or then you got that one person in there, that one partner that they don't want to take their clothes out. Like They put their clothes in and they leave, and
Right.
like you got 4 or 5 dryers.
And throw detergent in.
Yeah.
Take your drawers with you.
Nobody wants to take your dirty.
Y'all already
drawers.
know where that personality coming from. Hey, Unsung Heroines Awards Gala is coming up. As a matter of fact, it's going to be Saturday, April 13th. Tickets are still available. Charmaine, how can they get tickets?
Yeah, so you can actually go to our website, which is www.ncbw-metroatlchapter.org, right?
Mhm.
And there's another option that you can do. You can go to eventbrite.com, go in the search field and just search for Unsung Heroines, and it'll come up. Tickets are $100 per ticket.
Got you. And there's a lot going on. Like not only are we honoring some great people, but you said we have
Oh, yeah.
performances
Oh,
and stuff like
absolutely.
that.
We have some amazing entertainment that we have lined up for you guys. We actually have DJ Cat D. He's
Okay.
actually one of the DJs at Magic 107.5. And then we have an entertainment group called the Nameless Band. They're going to come and entertain us. It's a nice, very nice R&B trio group that's going to sing and play for us, doing dinner and a couple of selections. And then there's this one upcoming artist. Her name is Cami Simone.
Okay.
She's actually the daughter of one of our coalition sisters, Shannon Miller, and she's an Epic Solutions recording artist and a psychology major at Georgia State. So she's going to come and bring a couple of selections for us as well. So you will be entertained.
That's what I'm talking about. And you got the DJ from Magic, so something tells me that we won't hear no Future. No 21 Savage.
Right.
Hey, so Small World. I hope this was the event that I hosted a
Yes,
couple
it
years ago,
was.
right?
Yes.
You look up on the wall, that young lady on the wall performed at the
Cindy,
event.
she
Cindy
did.
Buchanan performed,
Yes.
and tonight you guys can check her out live
Yep.
on Power 108.9 because she hosts a show called The Unbroken Experience tonight, and
right.
it all came from the Unsung Heroines Gala. So thank you very much for doing that. And Minerva, I'm gonna slide this microphone over to you, quick light. That's good. I think I can pick her up. We were talking about the program and talking about just the gratification that you get from helping these sisters, and just talk about like what does the organization need to keep providing these services?
Well, I can tell you that one is the love. Okay, that's something that you can't put a price tag on. And so these women in this program need that love to be extended. But to be real, we need our partners to come in and to provide them with the resources that they need to get back on their feet. So as Valerie mentioned, I mean, you can't replace the financial literacy that these women are provided during these sessions. We meet 2 Saturdays out of the month, the first and the third Saturdays, from 10 to 1. Those sessions provide them with that information that they need to help get them on their feet. So you talk about financial literacy, you talk about how to prepare a resume, you talk about how to understand to do their taxes. Tax season is coming up. You talk about empowering them with that kind of information. And they know something. I'm not saying that they don't know basically about their taxes, but it's helping them to understand the impact of the situation that they're currently in, how that impacts what they need to do to get back on their feet in terms of taxes, getting into affordable housing, understanding, the impact of preparing a resume,
Mm-hmm.
getting back into the workforce, how to do interviews.
Yeah.
Some of them may not have had interviews in years. So we have an agency partner that comes in and does mock interviews.
Right.
Okay. And so those are the types of resources that these ladies really appreciate. We need more partners to come in and help partner with us to provide those types of resources.
The Randolph Agency, Valerie Randolph. I said you were about to say something too, weren't you?
Yeah, we need some money.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
That's what,
and
when
you know,
when she said to be real, I was about to say be real, son.
Yeah, for real. We need some money. And if you're looking for an organization to donate to, we're about to close out on tax season. This is a good way for you to get a write-off. So go to our website. We are taking donations. You would be supporting two wonderful programs that the National Coalition of 100 Black Women Metropolitan Atlanta chapter facilitates. And those two programs are Sisters Helping Sisters and Teens on the Move. We need your donations, and your money will be used wisely.
Right, it's
Mhm.
important to note too, those ticket sales,
Mhm.
those proceeds will go towards Sisters Helping Sisters, and that is also a tax write-off for you when you purchase a ticket online. So go to eventbrite.com and purchase your tickets, please.
Hey, the,
And if you
the
can't
mama
come-
came out, didn't it?
And if you can't come, make a donation, buy a ticket, give it to someone else that would be interested in attending.
There you go. That's what I'm
Right.
talking about. Tickets. One more time. Where can we get tickets?
You can get tickets at eventbrite.com. You're gonna go into the search field and search for Unsung Heroines. And then you can also go to our website at www.ncbw-metroatlchapter.org.
Hey, today's show is brought to you by Valerie Randolph and the Randolph Agency. 8:30. And that what time we open today?
Mhm.
Okay.
I want to
You got me on the schedule today?
Yes.
Okay.
You're on schedule every day. You still got to come pick up that box.
No, you had my back. I had my back yesterday.
It's
Right.
got your name on it.
Hey, well, y'all hear that music right there? Y'all know what that means. Moving on, squirrel.
Valerie, shut up.
This is the portion of the show where we get to know our guests a little better. We play this game called This or That. The producer just handed me an envelope. I'm gonna see who's in the hot seat
Whatever.
today. Amora, you're up. You're in the hot seat today. So here's the deal. This is the part of the show where we get an opportunity to know our guests a little bit more. And it gives our listeners an opportunity to let you know that you're a regular person.
Okay.
We knew you grew up in Atlanta, Cascade, Charlotte, went to school down on the south side, be claiming the A, repping the A. Been to Greenbrier Mall before.
I love Green Bright. Don't do that.
Probably went to
I'm gonna be changing my list.
No.
My answer since
Too
she's
late.
actually like Green
Too
Bright.
late.
I didn't know she was ready.
So here's the deal. I knew you was coming on the show like 19 months ago, so I created some questions based on you being here.
Okay.
And what it is, it's a contest between Diamond and I to see who knows you. I did, I'm sorry. Diamond and I to see who knows you best.
Okay.
Now, I've been knowing you for about 40 minutes or so. Asia, y'all been kicking it for
Who
a
is
minute. now.
Asia?
Diamond, I'm sorry.
Who is that?
I'm sorry, my
Get
bad.
my salon.
Hold on, we running out of time. Hold on, let me run that track back real quick. Diamond and I selected the answers that we think you will select, all right?
Okay.
Like, for instance, you said you grew up off Cascade, right?
Uh-huh.
Did y'all have y'all cereal in a pantry or on top of the refrigerator?
On top of the refrigerator.
On top of the refrigerator. They have a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? They was in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Where y'all had
In the pantry.
she went to Maine.
I still got on top of
You know them
Yeah,
Mays,
vegan.
you know them Mays high families were the Huxtables. You know what I'm saying? Mama was a lawyer, doctor was a lawyer. I know how y'all did. Shout out to Doug High. So that's how the game works.
But I based
You
my
said-
answers off of 2019 or more.
Okay.
Okay.
Which
Okay.
she was lit this.
Diamond,
Okay.
Michael. There we go. All right, so here's the deal. You wake up in the morning, 2 boxes of cereal on the table. One
Okay.
is Frosted Flakes, the other is Captain Crunch. Which one are you choosing?
Frosted Flakes.
Frosted Flakes, okay. 1 for Diamond, 0 for Michael. Cheetos or cheese puffs?
Cheetos or cheese puffs? Cheetos.
Cheetos. Okay, that's more for me.
I like the cheese, but I like the sauce.
Cheetos.
Mexican or Italian? And I'm talking food, not men.
Italian.
Italian. Okay, we both got that. 2 is the score. Lemon pepper wings or hot wings?
Ooh, that's a good
Sean,
one.
you better pick the right one.
I can't mix them?
Not today.
We from Swartz?
Okay.
Yeah.
I like lemon pepper.
So you're going, is that your
Yeah,
answer
that's
though?
my-
Okay,
I
all
love-
right, that's cool. 3-2, Diamond is in the lead. McDonald's fries or Chick-fil-A fries?
No, hold on, wait a minute. You didn't say all of that. You just said McDonald's or Chick-fil-A.
Your mic's not even
on.
on. McDonald's fries or Chick-fil-A fries?
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A fries. Okay, you got it anyway. All right. Cruise vacation or destination vacation?
Ooh, destination.
That's now okay. We both had you down as a cruiser. How about this one?
to get on the cruise.
How about this one? Vegas or Miami?
Ooh,
Read
Vegas
my
or
mind, honey.
Miami.
Read my mind.
I love Miami, but Vegas is it.
So which one you
I'm gonna
choosing?
do Vegas.
Vegas. Okay, we both missed that one. So score still 4-2. Diamond, you're in the lead. All right, how about this one? Here go a real hood question
Oh
for you.
God.
Okay.
Grape Kool-Aid or red Kool-Aid?
Ooh.
They both good though. She want to mix. I do.
That's all right. We like you put a little lemon in.
There we go. I'm gonna do.
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna do great.
There
Grape
you
Kool-Aid.
go.
Okay, we both missed that one.
I
So
love great. I love great.
here's the deal. This is the bonus question. All right. And because we are celebrating the birth of one Cheryl James of Salt and Pepper, she's salt, right?
Yeah.
She's salt. The bonus question is going to be worth 53 points today.
Okay.
All right. Diamond's in the lead 4-2 right now. So here's the deal. You just did it. You just had an event. They loved the event. Everybody was empowered. They loved DNA. They can actually follow DNA on social media, can't they?
Okay.
What is it?
Dancing DNA.
There you go. So here's the deal. After the event, though, you don't feel like driving home. So I hand you a trap phone, and the trap phone ain't got but 3 telephone numbers in it. And you can only call one of these people to come drive you home.
Okay.
For 53 points, who are you calling to drive you home? Is it Iron Man, Captain America, or Spider-Man? You can only call one of them. Iron Man, Captain America, or Spider-Man. Who's driving you home for 53 points and a win?
Honey, I can't tell you who I picked. I know who you're gonna pick. You just need to read my mind. I picked that person. Pick one.
Iron
Who
Man,
you calling?
Captain America, or Spider-Man driving you home?
Packed it up on steam.
That-
You ready to go? I'm
that's-
just trying to help you. You ready to go? Who you calling?
Captain America.
Captain America for the win.
That's
Michael
right,
won
Michael.
again.
Oh,
Yes. Michael won again. That's sad. I know your partner better than you.
You don't. I'm like, you know, how we
Hey, when we come back, we're gonna wrap this thing up. It's Mornings with Michael and Friends on Power 108.9. Loser.
I don't know, but who's next? Captain.
Captain America.
Yeah. That's all right. I got you.
I know you
I got you.
Yes.
We yin and the yang. Okay.
Appreciate y'all for sharing. Thank you.
Hey, Angela Ferguson.
Hey, Melvin.
Hey, DK Wilson. Hey, Yolanda. Hey, Felicia. Hey, Martha. Hey, Clarence. Hey, Kim.
Hey, Clarence.
Hey.
Hello, Clarence. The same question.
Clarence, did you know her?
Mornings with Michael and Friends on Power 108.9. As we wrap up today's show, I gotta say thank you as always to Valerie Randolph and the Randolph Agency. You can check her out. She's at 1995 Windy Hill Road, Smyrna, Georgia. You want me to tell them how to get there?
Yeah, tell
Yeah,
me.
if you coming up 75 North, shouted, you get off at the exit, you get busted left, right? Bust that left and just head down Windy Hill. 1.278346 miles. She's right down the right-hand side. You can't miss it. All state, the Randolph
Yeah,
Agency.
big hand.
But here's the deal, though. If you get to that golf course, though, you went too far.
Yeah.
They gotta bust a U-turn
That's
and
right.
then come back down the street. And once you get there, she's gonna be on the left this time because when you made that U-turn, it switched the building.
Yeah,
So
just be careful. Real careful when you're going down the street. Make a U-turn. Popo on the right.
you can't U-turn right there.
No, you can U-turn.
Oh,
Just
okay.
be careful.
Hey, the Randolph Agency, 770-435-7667 is the number. And before we get out of here, she's gonna leave us with the best advice that she can give. What's up next for DNA, y'all?
We actually have a video shoot coming up. Our
Yes, we
concept
do.
video we gotta put together and a photo shoot as well, I think.
Yes.
Well, shout out to y'all. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Diamond. See, I got it right that time. And the more, y'all welcome back anytime. And shout out to y'all publicists.
Yes.
Thank you.
What up, Joanne? Yeah, Joanna.
I love her email. I love her email. I'll tell y'all about that off the air. That'll be super cool. And don't forget the 23rd annual Unsung Heroines Awards Gala is coming up. Charmaine tickets are still available.
Yes. Absolutely. Go to eventbrite.com, search for Unsung Heroines, or go to our website, which is www.ncbw-metroatlchapter.org.
There you go. And Minerva, you crushed it today, sister.
Thank you.
Sisters helping sisters. Because that's what we do.
And we appreciate all your support.
Thank
for
you
this
very much.
Unsung Heroine.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Valerie Randolph,
Yes,
leave
sir.
us with a great piece of advice before we get out of here.
Okay. As a community, let us get from behind the 8 ball. Let's get in front of the 8 ball. And let's think about generational wealth.
Mhm.
If nothing was left to you, you can do better now that you know better. Get some life insurance, pass the legacy on. Let us change the wealth gap. We can do that.
TheRandolphAgency.com is the website. And as Thursdays approach us, y'all know that the show is brought to you by Valerie Randolph. Thank you for what you do for Power and Mornings with Michael and Friends. We appreciate it.
Love you, Michael.
Because love you too, because tonight it is going down. We got a busy night at Power 108.9. How busy? 7 p.m. tonight. It's the Unbroken Experience with Cindy Buchanan. Right after Cindy at 8 o'clock is Views. You can check her out. The Naked Truth is going to be on at 8. And then right after that at 9 o'clock, it is Relationship Status with Chanel Nicole Scott. I gave her a whole good man. And Josh Powell. Shout out to Josh Powell. Now, Chanel be kind of, she be hating on me because I be kind of groupie-ish around Josh. You know, Josh won 2 championships with Kobe.
Yeah.
So he played with Kobe Bryant. Like, I'm a Kobe Bryant fan. So technically, I know Kobe.
So you give him a props.
Yes. I'm just saying, like, I know him because he can probably call Kobe. Oh, probably not. You know what, Kobe? He ain't got it. He ain't got Kobe. I'm going to ask him now. You got Kobe number.
It's like Kobe on it.
Right. So check us out
7 o'clock
tonight
in the
at Power 108.9. Hey, before I get out of here, y'all remember the luxury cruise ship, the Viking Sky, that had some trouble out there in the water. It almost capsized. There was videos and pictures of people on the planes and water coming on the planes. 1,400 passengers and crew members were on board, and it came within about 100 meters of running aground off the Norwegian coast. Now, what happened? One of the engines stalled out, and that's why they got in so much trouble. Now, you had the hurricane going, you had the engine stalled out. They found out why the engine stalled out.
Why?
It didn't have no oil.
Oh, wow.
It didn't have no oil. So I can see the captain now driving. He heard that little ticking sound. You know that little ticking sound in your car? We ain't got no oil in there. That thing is going tick, tick,
That's
tick,
right.
tick. And you don't want to face reality that you need an oil change, but you just can't afford it right now, or you got that oil leak. He just ignored it. He tried to turn the radio up so he ain't hear it.
That mechanic is fired.
He turned his music up.
Yeah, right. That mechanic is fired.
Right. Valerie look at me at like, turn the radio up. How does that fix the oil? You don't know the struggle, do you? You don't know the struggle. Hey, we'll see y'all tonight. Mornings with Michael and Friends, Power 108.9. Thank y'all very much. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Have a good
That was
Thursday.
Marcia, what up? What up,
Day.
Robert? Thank y'all for tuning in.
Financially
Man.
empowering.
Appreciate
And come to Unsung Heroines. We're gonna have a great time. Thank you for joining us.
Man,
Thank you. This is
Like all this damn
awesome.
water.
See, I told you
I'm about
it was
to
gonna be
pocket on my-
fun.
It was. I enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
I am so,
You're so welcome.
sorry. I'm gonna do better next year.
Yeah. Next year.
Trying to come out, y'all. So, yeah, please, I would love to see you all. And I know that you would enjoy it. I know you enjoy the program.
We need to get you all connected.